Trendzone, estamos aquí felices porque tenemos un invitado absolutamente de honor, uno de los mejores jugadores de la historia de la NFL. Se trata nada más y nada menos que Emmitt Smith, el famosísimo running back de los Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
We're going to do this interview in English, of course. Hi, Emmitt. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Nice seeing you. All good. Super happy to be here in the Super Bowl. We also have Carlos. And Mariano. Emmitt, we were asking you, do you miss it? Do you miss being here playing, being on the field?
No, I actually don't miss being on the field. I really don't. But if there was a game that I miss playing in, it's the games like this. It's the one game that really means the most. Games that matter. Games like the NFC Championship game or the AFC Championship games. Those games are really, really important games. And so you want to be on the stage where the stage is big. You have an opportunity to showcase your talent in front of millions of people. And that's what I miss. That's what I would miss.
Right.
But football, I done had enough of football.
But you said something real interesting, Emmitt. What we were just talking about it. You knew you were done with it even before you hung him up. So how did you know?
I knew because when I was with the Arizona Cardinals, my first year there, after leaving the Dallas Cowboys and being with the Cowboys for 13 years. Also, you have to understand that the Dallas Cowboys is my favorite football team growing up as a kid. So to live my dream and walk out my dream with the Dallas Cowboys for 13 years and to win 3 Super Bowls and become the all-time leading rusher with the Dallas Cowboys, that was it. But my love for the game was that before I became a Dallas Cowboy. Mm-hmm. And so when I left the Cowboys to go to the Cardinals, my mindset was like, my love is bigger than the Cowboys. Well, when I got to the Cardinals and then we came back to Texas Stadium and I drove past the home locker room and went to the visitors locker room on a bus for the first time ever and getting off a bus to walk into the visitors locker room, that was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And then to go in the locker room and to see the Arizona Cardinals helmet, the jersey and everything else, I was like in complete shock. And I broke down and cried.
So that was it?
And for 45 minutes.
No way. Wow.
Yes. Cried my ass off. I'm serious. I mean, sobbing like a baby and everything else for 45 minutes. Just sat there in my locker.
Can you put your...
Just sat there in my locker and was like, and my teammates was like, dude, what's wrong? And I was like saying to myself,
I'm not a Cowboy no more.
Exactly.
He was about to get on the wrong sideline.
Yeah, I'm not a Cowboy no more.
I'm about to get on the wrong sideline. This is not my uniform. This is not where I belong.
This is not me.
This is not me. And that's when it hit me, and that's when I realized, and I started asking myself questions like, what in the heck are you doing? Mm-hmm. Why are you still here?
Yeah.
You have accomplished so much. And you are the all-time leading rusher. You got 3 Super Bowls. You won MVPs. You play for the team that you always wanted to play for. Why are you still here?
Right, exactly.
And that's when I was able to get closure from there.
Right.
But also understanding that I needed to finish up what I started with the Cardinals.
Well, objectively speaking, numbers don't lie. Stats-wise, the greatest running back that has ever lived right here. Is it a happy thing for you to see this rejuvenation of the position when many people thought that the running back position was done, that it wasn't as important as it used to be? Saquon, Henry, Jacobs just running over the league and taking the position again to a high level. Is it a happy thing for you? Are you happy about that?
I'm very happy for the players, but I'm disappointed that the league took the stance that the quarterback was more important than any other position on the football field. And it disregarded the running back by statistical numbers and by sharing running back committee versus identifying a guy that can carry the load and being committed to that guy. What you're seeing is the Tennessee Titans was very committed to Derrick Henry. The Tennessee Titans traded Henry away to the Baltimore Ravens, and they're committed to Derrick Henry. Then when you start about Saquon Barkley, the Giants was not as committed. They did not have all the pieces of the puzzle in place, but they were trying to get the pieces of the puzzle in place for who? Their quarterback.
Right.
They traded Saquon away, and he ended up in Philly. Philly had Jalen Hurts, had the wide receivers and so forth, but they were missing that one game breaker. Now, I thought Swift was great for Philly.
Yeah, he was.
But he's no Saquon, though.
Right now, you see the difference between the Saquon Barkley and the Swift. But nonetheless,
It's like McCaffrey with the Niners.
exactly, to see these guys get into situations where there's a commitment
Right.
to them says a lot. And I'm proud of the simple fact that the teams that are committed to running the ball and featuring their backs the way that they are, they will be successful in the long run.
Of all the players, of all these running backs of this generation, which one is the one that you see yourself reflected the most?
There isn't a guy that I see resemble my running style in the league today. But there was a guy, Mark Ingram
Wow.
was the guy
Yeah.
that would resemble my running style when he played here in New Orleans and also
In Baltimore.
in Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah.
Exactly.
How do you think you would have fared in a NFL happy medium now where every back, not every back, but most backs are more valuable the more they can catch the football out of the backfield, like McCaffrey, like Jahmyr Gibbs, those dudes that can just not run it over people, but also catch it and go for those yak yards. How would you have fared in today's NFL?
Just like I did in the 90s.
Haha.
In the 90s, I caught like 60 to 70 passes, 55 passes a year. Now, we had Irvin, we had Novacek, and we had Harper. So the ball got thrown around quite a bit.
Right,
but also, I caught passes, I caught touchdown passes, and everything out of the backfield because I learned how to run pass routes that way. And I wanted to be like Thurman Thomas. I wanted to be like James Brooks. I wanted to be like Roger Craig coming out of the backfield making catches.
Right.
So I wanted to be a complete back. In order to be a complete back, that means I had to be a first down back, second down back, and a third down back, which also, if I'm third down back, says I got to learn how to pick up blocks. I got to pick up blitz passes. I got to protect the quarterback.
Third and long.
Yeah, I got to protect the quarterback
Right.
to be on the field. And so to do all of those things, the best ability is availability.
There you go.
And I was available for first and second and third down.
There you go.
So speaking about quarterbacks, is that a thing that you think about with the new generation of mobile quarterbacks? Let's say how dynamic Jaden Daniels is, for example. How do you think you would have shared that backfield with the read options and the RPOs? Is that something that you like?
It would have been tough for me.
It would have been tough
It
for
would
you.
have been tough for me because I'm a back. I was the kind of back, you get me 20 plus carries, I got better.
Right.
I got stronger. As the game went on, the more carries I got better. I wore down the defense mentally, emotionally, and physically. I imposed my will at that point.
Wow.
Guys don't have a chance to do that these days.
Right.
But when you got dynamic quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson and some others, Patrick Mahomes, who can move around, Kyler Murray, who can move around and scramble, teams are taking advantage of their ability to run and counting their carries as a run and
Right.
taking the carries
Right.
away from a running back.
Right.
That's what's happening.
Okay, let's switch the subject a little bit to one that wasn't very happy this season, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your take on the Dallas Cowboys situation now?
My take, and I've been saying it and I'm going to continue to say it, I think there's a big disconnect between the vision of the organization and the commitment of that vision throughout the operations of the organization. I don't know if the Cowboys are committed to having the balance that won them the 3 Super Bowls during the Jerry Jones tenure. And that balance is really what got us the 3 Super Bowls.
Right.
And that balance is really what established the brand of who the Cowboys were on the field. It also led to resurgence of the brand itself because of the winning ways. There was a point in time when winning was synonymous with excellence. Nike with Jordan brand. Jordan brand is excellence. Nike by itself is just Nike by itself. But when you add in Jordan and you add in the Super Bowl, the NBA
It
championship,
elevates it.
it elevates it.
Right.
Nike was just Nike without Tiger Woods in golf. But then when you elevate Tiger Woods in golf and the championships that he won, it was synonymous with excellence on the field as well as off the field when it came down to golfing and the brand itself. Cowboys has an excellent brand. They haven't had an excellent or superb or Super Bowl caliber team yet
In a
since
decade.
the 90s.
And well, we have to finish, but I'm Mexican. I need you to tell us about the Herradura, because well, like we love tequila, and I know you do too. So tell us
Cowboys
little
got a
bit
lot
about
of
it.
people drinking tequila, Emmitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to recover from the
There you go.
losses.
There you go.
So yeah, we have to drink some of our blues away.
So how about this brand of tequila? How good is it?
It's very good. This right here is Ultra, Añejo right here. Y'all know the Añejos.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, this right here is the Cristalino version of the Ultra. But then I also have Legends over there in the back, which is the master distiller of Legends is a female, and so it's the first one in that line of Herradura tequila. So as you know, down in Jalisco, down in Mazatlan area, down right outside of Guadalajara, in that region itself, the agaves, the blue agaves are awesome.
Yep.
And so Herradura has 22,000 acres of blue agaves. And so we utilize the blue agaves to make the finest tequila, I believe, in the country.
No way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
here.
guys.
Thanks a lot for
Appreciate
being
it.
here. Gracias. Para que no digan que no tenemos leyendas aquí en Trendzone, ¿eh? Muchas gracias y nos vemos en el próximo video con alguien también muy, muy bueno. Ya lo verán.